This is thing, my profile in 10 seconds. I am Microsoft MVP based in Singapore. I do a lot of things for Power Platform, SharePoint Online, blogging, and I am organizer of Singapore Data Platform Community in Singapore. Okay, so yes, something about me. So what is the agenda is very simple. I won't go to in details because it's an IT pro. I don't mostly talk about the configurations we can easily do to make life easy for the end user. That is my agenda is, right? But before that, we check what is Dataverse 101 and how Power Platform can help in that. Integration of Power Platform and Teams, and those things. Couple of demos I have. I'm like I don't believe in mostly slides and all because people mostly excited about the demos, but just to get the basic concepts, I want to rely on the slides. Okay. So first thing first, what we have seen so far that transforming your business is a bit challenging. Now, totally based whether you have a small company or you have a big organizations like Accenture, Microsoft, Apple. So each organization have some kind of issues. Issues could be which are here listed, the budget constraints. We have a business expectation from different stakeholders, each customer, each organization, always some kind of a paper process they have. Few things could be very complex, few could be easy. Always we have shadow IT governance. People like we as the IT, we also believe in WhatsApp because faster, easier to communicate. So we have to manage these expectations from the users and for the use and the managers that what we are looking for, and which is very challenging. I feel that as in maintaining the legacy system which we have. I've seen many organizations, they are relying on the very old system where SAP system, not SAP, one of the system which is like have completely no APIs, and still they want to manage it. So these are the things we will see, not about the Power Automate part, but something which is we can make creating the apps very easily. Okay, so that is my part. Why Dataverse? Okay, this is a okay. 1 second. This is a yes. Why Dataverse? Is it just a database? No. The reason is no. I've seen if Access database is quite similar because Access has a desktop application which you can easily create and easy to use. A lot of people know Access. Even my college time also, I use a database with ASP.NET, and database was Access. So I mean, it's quite simple. But main thing about Dataverse is it's just not a database. Just want to tell you, it's not just a database. It has lot of things. Example of Access which I shared with you. It is people know, but that is the only difference Access has. Now, CDS or the Dataverse is also easy to use, but it is a web application. Okay, it's a web application. You must have an internet connection, obviously, and a lot of people know because of the so much people are using it both from the technical side, also from the viewpoint from technically. All lot of what they're doing so far is something mind-boggling. Okay, it's a relational database. That is the only difference between Access database and Dataverse. Now it has more things. Examples are you can create forms, you can create business rules, you can create dashboards, obviously, and really you can create your own custom code and do it inside that one. Again, I won't go in detail on that, but something which is available and can put inside your CDS or Dataverse. It's a huge ecosystem. Like people, and we are talking about Power Platform. You see, so many things are we having so many events in Ghana, Singapore. Somebody is making noise. Somebody can unmute, please. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So we have so many things are happening in this platform. It's very dynamic. Very things are changing rapidly. It's a huge ecosystem. So that's what this is just on database. It can do a lot of other things. Okay. Now, in terms of the analogy, I just move to the another slide, which is the cloud computing models which we have. Now you can see on the left side, everything is some kind of maintenance has to be done by the customer. But if you see the right, which is in green color, we have something called as a low code and HPAS. What is HPAS? It's a hyper productivity application platform, right? So here you can write your codes and it will scale and which you make easy for your customers, not for just for developers, also for IT admin and the citizen developers as well. That is a beauty of this HPS, right? Really amazing thing we can do, right? Something also I've seen with a lot of people, many forums have seen that the difference between the Excel, SharePoint and Dataverse. Okay, now I'm not talking about the Dataverse for Teams. I'm talking about the actual Dataverse which you have to pay extra, right? So now if you see the product features, Excel, you can do everything. Setup is very easy, backup is easy, but all other parts are cross, which means you can't have no connectors, no security, no scalability, and obviously you don't have much size when you have access Excel database. SharePoint for that is it adds something which you can do, but when in terms of the scalability, it actually lacks. And again, SharePoint is not a relation database. If you want to have some relations, the maximum lookups you can have is 8. More than that, you can't do it. So very difficult to scale, and relation database is a bit difficult to maintain here. I mean, size as well, bit difficult. But you see all the green checks for the Dataverse. Everything is the green, everything easy. You have connectors, you have security, really high security. You have scalability is always be there. Okay. Now, what is the connector? Now, connectors are something which we can connect again, connect to another application. Now, we in Power Apps is keep growing. We have now have around 400 cloud services, 400 cloud services that connects database APIs and all, right? The beauty is that you can develop just not the pro developers, but also you can enable what Microsoft is want to enable all the normal end users, right? So what Satya has said that in 2025 we might have around 400 million applications. So many pro developers. How we can get so many pro developers, and that is our main motive and mission of Microsoft, that they must enable the normal end users and power users to create apps themselves and not rely on the IT development. Again, you need some governance. That is a totally different ball game. But what the motive of Microsoft is to enable all the users, whether it's a pro developers, IT audience, or your citizen developer. Okay. So data could be internal data for your applications. Maybe you're using SharePoint or using SQL Server. That is okay. But when you want to security, there's no unparalleled security that CDS or Dataverse has. It has amazing good security, which can do a lot of fun and amazing stuff for you, right? What is so now we define why. Now talk about what is database. We talk about topics about why, what, and how. Now we moving up, going to something about what. Now, what is Dataverse? It's something which you can easily structure your tables. Again, structure means table using user interface. Okay, and what you can do, just a database, you can connect the data and also create some business rules or logic inside to support it. Okay, and also you can create some applications and processes within that, right? And last part, which is the most secure, most important aspect for any customer or for user, is about security and compliance. Now, each particular region, whether it's Singapore, whether it's India, whether it's Pakistan, China, uh, for that matter, Europe, each country have different regulations and compliance, right? So Microsoft had to comply to each region. For example, GDPR is so Europe is so strict about the GDPR and big fines are there. So Microsoft has to adhere and follow what rules or what data you are putting into data inside your Europe data center, right? So this is very important aspect. This is just, it's not a database, it's also something more than that. Okay. And again, it's the relation database. And again, I don't know, a lot of people asked me that is Dataverse or CDS is a new technology. Answer is no. It's a proven technology for, I know, maybe it's repeated by a lot of people previously in other sessions. I just want to give you a rehashing of that information. CDS is based on the Dynamics 365 for sales, and it is there for a couple of years, very stable system. And the good thing is that we can also use Azure Cosmos in other things as well. So actually it's a rich ecosystem. We have a lot of partners. And the tools make life easy because you can make your apps so easy so that you don't have to rely on IT. That's what easy tooling can be done. So what is the outer box? Like when you open your new iPhone or something, right? You want to see what is inside, right? Let's have unbox slide here. So when you have a Dataverse, we always have some kind of applications like Power Apps, Power BI, and Power Automate, AI Builder. So all these applications, and even that matter SharePoint also, they use APIs to connect. So I mentioned in my previous slide that we have a lot of connectors, around 400 plus, right? And we have you can use code. Obviously, people who are pro developers, they can write code. You always have security. I mentioned it's a highly secure, compliant system, I would say. Logic is always inside. You can have some business rules. You can have your calculated lookups. You can have plugins, workflows, logic apps. Everything is possible there. Data is always paramount here. Modeling, reporting can be done very easily. Storage, I discussed with you from 1 MB to 1 petabyte. You can have here that much data. Data lake, you can use data lake. And main thing, one of the most important aspect is the integration. You can integrate your systems with other applications. That is one of the most important aspect I want to call out. Now, Dataverse runs on Azure, and this gives you a capability, have scalability. So when you run on Azure, you always have a load balancer, jobs and all. You have you can scale down, scale up, very easy to do just by clicks. And you have again 1 MB to petabyte data. You can have it using data lakes, SQL, blobs. This is about Dataverse. Now I'm not talking about the Dataverse for Teams. Just about the normal Dataverse. So something review. So how does our Dataverse fit into Power Platform? That's an important aspect here. Okay, so 5 seconds or 1 minute of the Power Platform. Power Platform includes 4 Moon applications, Power BI to create reports, Power Apps to create building applications, Power Automate to build the workflows, and the new block of the kit, Power Virtual Agents, right? So these are things which we can do very easily. Always can use data connectors. I mentioned about 400 plus connectors you have, and if you have no connector, if you have a developer in your team, you can write your own custom connector. Okay. AI Builder is always there, but you have to pay additional license. And CDS again is additional license, you to go for that. So again, CDS or Dataverse is an additional license on your Office 365, not Dynamics 365, Office 365. Okay. Now let's move to next block. Transformation is no longer optional. Why? We have seen the big huge pandemic last year, and we're still into pandemic in this year as well. And if you see the Microsoft in April, they have around hit 75 million daily users, and around 97% of the organizations, Fortune 500 people are using Power Platform. Just give you such a scale about the Power Platform. 97% of the company, of Fortune 5 company, are using Power Platform. Why the reason? Reason is like it's become easy, right? I can say same thing about SharePoint. SharePoint has become a bit difficult because of the permissions and all, and you have to rely on the IT people. Now, this is something the Forbes from Microsoft, I think last couple of months, I think it released that Microsoft has will let all employees, and I don't know number of employees in Microsoft. They have so many regions there to work permanently. Right now, this is something is a big thing, right? Why a big thing? Because Microsoft thinks that people can do everything remotely, right? So when you have Microsoft Teams, you can have do at home. You have a better work-life balance. Have a spend time with family, and still do the work. So to give you a better work-life balance, and also you are more productive. I can't say for all the users, all the people, but typically it's a more productive if you have worked at home kind of things. Microsoft is one of the things. Again, Spotify, Salesforce, a lot of people are also following the suit, right? So this shows very clearly that you can do everything remotely, right? And in future, obviously, we can see in trend that a lot of people are working from home, right? Still, the pandemic is still there. We still have to be safe and secure. Okay, now goes to the main part, the main meat of our session. Dataverse for team. Now, previously it's called as a project Oaktail, right? CDS project Oaktail. So they want to merge it. And what they do, right? They know that a lot of people are using Microsoft Teams, and they know that the CDS is a bit costly, right? It's a paid product. So what they did, amazing stuff, is that they make it free. How they make it free? That they use the built-in low-code platform, which is our Power Platform, that includes Power Virtual Agents, Power Apps, and Power Automate, right? But you see that I am putting a subset because when you use Dataverse for Teams, you have some limited capabilities which I shared in my next slide. Okay, so it is a subset. Okay, and then you can build the same kind of storage which you have in CDS, and you have all the capabilities. And I again, I show my demo soon. I'm going for a demo soon. Then you can create any app by just one click. That is the beauty of using Teams with Power Apps, with Power Platform, as I will say. Okay, it's built on the Dataverse and builds on the core of Dataverse and relation database. You can support images and files. Only limit I will say is that it has 2 GB per team. So if you have some data which is you're using Teams with Power Apps or Power Virtual Agents, the maximum limit is 2 GB. So that is some maybe not enterprise people might not use it. So that is a thing, but it's very useful. I have seen many customers they want to rely on that because they don't have any kind of application. Everything they're using paper or Excel files. But if you think that it will be easy, then you can and you is already hitting the 2 GB per team scale, then you can promote it to full Dataverse, which means that you can have a petabyte of data. If you have more data, you can do it. Yeah, so you have options for that. Some summary: if the space is just 2 GB, then if you feel that it's more, you have more data, you can convert and pay by using full Dataverse capability. Okay, so same thing. I'm just repeating the same motion. The only thing is governance. One thing I want to highlight and want to take note that all the things are governed by Teams, not by Power Automate or Power Platform. So all the permissions are controlled by whom? By Teams. right? So once I create a team, then I'll have some kind of users, and those users, maybe 5 users, those 5 users have access to those applications. Okay, it's no permission thing, or you have to define on Power Automate and Power Apps, something which I've seen from few of the customers that what permission we have to do. It's the same permission which Teams has. Okay, same thing. A query from other customers. What license you need? No license required. If the user are business premium or E5, they can use it. SharePoint Online. You can use any connectors, standard connectors like SharePoint Online, Exchange. So it will works only for standard connectors. You can't use premium connector for Dataverse at this point of time. Okay, you can share it outside. I will show a demo on that. And can we build relationships? Yes, we can. We can build the relationships inside Dataverse, which is it's possible to do it. Okay. So time for a demo. What we will do, provisions the apps, and then we create a Power Apps, we publish, and then do the sharing. Okay. Any questions so far by anyone, so that I can just move to my demo? Any questions by anyone? You can unmute if you want to. I take a 30 seconds break. Just want to take a, because I spoke so many things. I just want to understand the people able to digest what I said.
Hello. Hi.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, this is Bhavya.
Yes.
So actually, just wanted to ask, like, I've been working recently on the building the Teams apps, like messaging extensions and bots and all. So can we, use this Dataverse over there? Like, if we want to store the data for an app in Dataverse in Teams and access it in a Teams app.
Yeah, you can use it. You can use it for the bot framework, but the license will be there. You have to consider the license, because bot framework, if you're using the free license, is good enough. But if you're using some paid, then you might have to think about the license part. I think with Yash and other people can add on that. But I mentioned about the premium connectors. If you are using normal connectors like yeah, this one, yeah, the standard connectors, you are safe. But if you want to connect to any other systems, bot framework, if using free tier F0, it may help you. But if you're using something high end and want to have slightly high more queries and all from the from QN maker, then we might have to pay extra for that. So maybe I have to say whether it's possible or not. But standard connectors will surely work. I mean, in terms of the Power Apps, Power Automate, and even Power Virtual Agents. Now, Power Virtual Agents is also is an add-on. You have to add on that. So these are free by Microsoft because you have using Teams. Okay. So again, short answer: you can use it if you're using a free edition of the Azure Bot Framework.
Okay, that's great. Just one more question here. Like, do we have any API to access the data in Dataverse? Like, if I develop my Teams app using TypeScript and the bot and all, the messaging extension, can I access this data using an API in Dataverse? Keep it in Dataverse and access it in those bots using API?
This should be available. I can't say answer yes or no, because I've not seen it. But if it's available in the Dataverse for Teams, it should be available. But I can't say I could be wrong on all. But just want to say that I have to check whether it's you can use APIs and all. What actually just want to Bhavya, the main thing is for this Teams is Dataverse is mostly for the end user have no access to the application development, right? And to make life easy for them. But again, you can do a lot of Power Automate things and all. You can use any default standard connectors you can call, no issue. So again, to summarize, any connector with Power Apps or Power Automate. I mean, and I'm talking about HTTP connector. No, that is a premium connector. Any connector which available in Power Apps and Power Automate, you can use it. Okay, Azure bot framework, I think is free. I mean, it has a free edition. You can use it if you want to, but just rely on that, that it may, if you do more calls on the APIs, because there's a per day limit for APIs, it may overshoot, and then you have to pay extra. So you have to be aware, be cognizant that you are using a connector which is have always free, but has some limitations. All the free connectors, I mean talking about the even bot framework also have a free tier which can use it, but it has a limitation. Maybe only few calls you can call it. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so thanks for your call. I mean, this, I'll take a note whether you can call API. I can't sure. I'm not very sure, but it's possible to use APIs. If somebody in the audience you can answer, then it's okay. I don't know. Actually, I don't have about idea about that. Let me show the demo. Okay, so I'm going to share something which is now what happening right today, and since morning my desktop client and my web client is become super slow. I don't know, it's because so many people are trying the boot camp and also it's not working at my end, but just want to see, share with you that I took a screenshots and all. Okay, let's see what we can do today. Let me go to the let's create an app. Okay, let's create an app. Now you see, when you use Dataverse, this is the I'm okay. First thing, if you have to, if you want to use Dataverse for Teams, you have to click on something called as Power Apps, and you have to pin it. Okay, once you pin it, then you can, it's available for you. Okay, now what's happening is that Power Apps have a couple of templates like your employees IDs and bulletins and all just came last week. So these are keep adding there. So I want to create a new app. How we can do it? So simple. In 5 minutes you can create an app. That is easy, right? So I just create a simple app and I call it as I use a team called as maybe FY Microsoft Events. Again, example, one of the team. Okay. Now what's happening behind the scenes that I'm associating my Power Platform with Team. So we have one-to-one mapping with Power Apps, Power Platform and Teams. Okay. So when you click on create, what happening behind the scenes is creating tables for Microsoft for your Power Apps, for Power Virtual Agents and Power Automate, right? And you can provision multiple things inside that one, right? So in that way, that you as an end user don't have to rely on anything. You can just do everything behind and anything without relying on any IT, right? That is a power what Microsoft want to share with you. Okay, now it's done with that. I mean, I'm done. So I'll just click on close, and I got a notification that this app is ready. So I go to my apps, and then I saw that I have a menu here, new team, which is called Microsoft. Yeah, this is the one. Right, so I can create a lot of things inside, right? So I just want to show you to save time, because at times it create a lot of time to create the tables and all. So I just create a simple table. I'll just create here. Let's go here. I click on the yeah. So under recent apps, I click on the see more. Okay, so I have some tables which I use for my ILT help desk, right? So this is my Canvas app, which I just created. I can just click on that, right? This is my Canvas app. It's the same user experience you will see in your normal Power Apps, right? Again, it might be slow today because of the so many people are doing the sessions. But again, I just want to tell you, it's possible to go back again. It was so slow today. Here. Okay, so let's just save time. Yeah. Then we have tickets. I create tickets as well. Right? So in the tickets, I can see that I can just create a table, and this all my artifacts are there. What my artifacts? I can create apps. I can create a chatbot. I create a workflow. Okay. So in that context, that everything is possible. I can do lot of things inside this table. Okay. So this is my ticking table, everything I can do. And in my examples, that all thing has relations. Like example, my ticketing table have relation with my category. So I have relation database here. But I want to show you that our Dataverse have a full capability that you can use some relationships inside that one. Okay, you can also add the data. Right, this is my sample data, which I showed here. This is my data, right? So this I can just use it and show to my user. Okay, but how I can use it? So I can use it with my this app, and this is my ticketing app which I'm using Dataverse. It's very simple. No coding required. Everything can be done. All things with configuration. Okay, so let me create a new record, and this record is maybe I on my laptop. So just want to give the idea that what's happening. The ticketing is ID, so it doesn't matter. This ID is default created, and maybe this ticket is very important for me. I can't work, and then I put high priority, put high, and then click here, and then data is saved here. You see, same thing is happening here. So in this way, that I can create multiple things. Again, I want to show you something which is I want to share that a lot of things are possible. Just not the apps. You can also create chatbots, right? So this is the problem with today's thing, and so I created a simple chatbot. You see, so I created a simple chatbot in using Power App and Dataverse for apps and all. So I'm creating a simple chatbot. So people something called as a Pluralsight, which is like you can use learning new technologies and all technical. You can use this kind of thing and use it. So I use a new chatbot. Just want to show you that you can just not use the Power Apps. You can use Power Virtual Agents, and you can build insight in the context of your Microsoft Teams, right? That is I will say this is a really big lot of power it give to you. Still taking a lot of time. Let me go to my the web client and see which is doing well or not. I'm sorry guys, it's something today is a bit slow. Now at least I can it's working. Now I can see the apps. Now I'm using a web client using my ID RO. And I can see all the things here. I can see all the artifacts, right? So all my artifacts, that what I can do, I can do a new environment variable. I can create a chatbot, but I showed you that I can create any chatbot. I can create phone factor app. I can use a tablet. I can workflow. I can use instant, and you can create tables. Right? I can also share. I will sharing the. I will show how you can share, but give you an idea that you can share it with your colleagues. Okay, so this is the. I will say it's really big power that you can use Power Apps for building app. You can also using the Power Virtual Agents like I just showed you. So simple. Okay. Now let me show something which is something released last month, which is sharing how we can share it. So I will go to my apps, go to tables. Now what is use case? Now use case that I'm using this app. I want to share this app with my colleague. His name is Alex. Okay, Alex doesn't know how to use this app, but he want to share. He told me that he want to use this app. So what I can do, I can click on the tables. Okay. And under tables, I click on something called manage permissions, right? Manage permissions. Yeah, here or here, anything I can do. When I click on manage here or here, I click here, manage permissions. What I can do now, this came last month, so it's something new, that I can share this app with other people. Now in SharePoint, you know that we have something called as full access. We have something called as contribute access, where it is collaborate. Then we have private, which is read only. So a lot of permissions in SharePoint kind of things, we can see it. Same thing applicable to these two as well. Okay, but I want to collaborate with my colleague. This is my only group which I want to contribute, right? So I have already have a group called as Office 365 creators, and I just want to click on the save button. Oh, I think yeah. Click on the I want to contribute. So Alex can't update or delete. Okay, he can create new records, but he can't update. Okay, so I click here, click here, and I think I already shared with him. Okay. Yes, yeah, full access. I give full access to Alex so that he can view it, and then he can see the app and all. Okay, so that is one option that this came only last month, that you can share the app with external people. Okay, so one thing I want to just highlight that when you share the app, you have to go to the sharing here to do something else also. So something else is you have to go to this tab. This is the first step. Second step, after I give access to Office 365 groups, I have to go to this tab, under this tab, and I will go to this team, manage teams, and I will click on something called as create. Right, so this is something I want to share with him, right? And in that context, I have to share with him, and that sharing can be done with only with those people, right? So I have already created permission for Alex, right? That is the thing I want to share with you. Okay, so when Alex will see these, because I'm already in that group, in the security group, I will now let's go to that Alex view. I'm going to show this is Alex Viber, and how he can access app. So this app he has to go to the something called as apps, and under apps you have something called as for your tenant. In my tenant, this is my apps which I have, and this is the only app which Alex can access, right? This access. What I will do, I just click on this button, and then I can add this app. Now this is the app giving the idea that you can create more. It is the personal, again, it's a personal app. Create that, and soon after a few seconds, Alex have full access. You see, sharing. Just by a few clicks, you can able to share the app. Now, just show a moment of truth that can we create a new record? Let me check. VPN. Okay, so mostly all the VPN takes time. Put some example here. Then just put date. I put here, and high. So it's very high because he can't do. And you will see now it's same thing. Now I did using on my tenant, right? Now he can also access using his tenant, this his app. So this way I am able to share my app using the Office 365 groups, and then and I can see it. One caveat I want to share with you: when you share it at this point of time, you can just use the Office 365 groups and AD groups. That's it. You can't share with external users at this point of time, right? That is a thing which Microsoft might change later on. Okay. Now, one more thing I want to do. Alex liked it, and he shared with his other colleagues. Now we have around 1,000 colleagues who want to use this app. What is the best way I can do it? Can I do manually, or do for all the users on his machine, or what is the other way to I can do it? Any ideas? Because we have 1,000 users, and I can't do manually. Some errors are there, and maybe a person is on leave or something. So if you want to have roll out the specific app, the custom app in Teams, Dataverse for Teams. The best way is using a policy, right? What policy, Aro? The policy is that you have to go to my tenant. I want to use my tenant now, because now use case I want to share it to my other colleagues. So I'm going to my tenant. Okay, I go to my tenant. I click on the home button, and I click on the apps. Okay, what's here? This is a bit confusing. See more, and click on the see more again. Yeah, you can see this is the apps which I have. So if you want to share my app, the best way is to select it. Select the ticket. This is my ticketing app, which I shared with Alex. I select it, and I will click on add to my teams. So because it's a team app, so I will just click on the Teams app, and after that I will just download it in my machine, right? So this is my, because I'm using, I can't use Alex, I'm using my, because I am the global admin. I'll go and check, where is my thing, click here, download app. Okay, so it may take some time, but once you have downloaded the app, what you have to do is go to the Team Admin Center, and go to manage apps, and click on the custom app. This is our custom app. Click on a custom app and upload a file, which is a zip file. This is my Teams app, and then I select file. Now it will show an error because I already shown it this thing to previous session. So it will show an error, but let's search for the tickets. TICQ. So if I using this app, all my users can have fully access. They can download it and they can just access in, just like Alex can do this. You can go add the ticket, add the app, just like going to here, download, and then do it. So this way, you can apply for all your end users, right? This is a much better way, easy way to do it. Okay, again, some caveats. One caveat is that which I do a lot of trainings, workshop implementation for Teams. Many customers across the globe, they don't like third-party applications, not custom apps. Sorry, custom apps. The reason being that Microsoft keep on adding more apps, right? You can add as many apps, but custom apps maybe are not. Somebody had created a very bad code, and it's your system becomes so slow because of that. So custom apps are a bit, I won't say dangerous. Have to take with a pinch of salt. Maybe few apps could be good, few apps could be bad. So summary is that many customers, they use disable the custom apps, primarily because custom apps could be not safe, right? Although Microsoft say that you can invite all third parties, but custom apps, anyone can do it, and any developer can do it. So this is the thing I want to tell you, that if you block it, even this app won't be available for you, these kind of things. So this is summary of what is possible about sharing the apps, and how put in as a policy and all. So you get the proper, again, in 45 minutes, 1 hour, I can't show all the details, but at least you get the basic idea that what is possible with Dataverse for Teams, and how you can easily share it with external people. And also, if you have a lot of people, you can use as the option which is shared with you. Make a policy, download zip, and then show it. Caveat, you have to ask, maybe not be a team owner. You have to ask your team owner or global admin to enable custom apps. Otherwise, it may not work. Okay. So this is the end of my session. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm going for another session in next 10 minutes time. So can we wrap up soon so that I can go for my next session in Singapore? Okay. So guys, have you any questions? You can just shout out. You can have unmute yourself and ask me if you have any questions.
Yeah, just regarding the licensing part again. I mean, do we have any specific requirement for any other license requirement for Dataverse, for using Dataverse in Teams, or just we can start using it straight away?
Just straight away using articles. I have so many customers in Singapore. They just enjoying it because they don't pay any license. They are into business premium, and they are creating some apps. Like I showed you the apps like employee inspection and those apps and all. They're using it. So there's no. I mean, it's very easy to make it is creating apps for them. Uh, what are the benefits of creating apps in Teams? One benefit is you don't have to pay extra. You don't have to pay any extra. uh, you can create a workflow. In my short time I can't show, but it's possible to create a power automate workflow. Maybe yeah, I have over a next session again, but it's possible. It's possible to create a power automate workflow also, no issue for that. So three things you can do with Dataverse. You can add power apps, power automate, and power virtual agents. Three things are in your license. Business premium to E5, D365. You have access to that everything. So that is a thing I want to share, right? So yeah. How
So
you
it's
manage? Yeah. So sorry, Akshay said
yeah, I was just
something.
asking.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Akshay. Premium connector are different to pay. Yes, premium. Yeah, I mentioned to you. You had to pay premium connector. I mentioned in my slide deck also that is only is inside Dataverse. Only standard connectors like Access, SharePoint, OneDrive are only available. If you have any AI builder and all, you have to pay extra for that. D65. Who are people who I'm not a I'm 65 person, so I can't answer. But I know that it has free for few of the SKUs inside 365. I'm not the D65 person, so I can't answer. But what I've seen so far for different customers and all is free for them as well. Okay. Okay, guys, anything? I had to move now because I'm waiting for another session in there. Advantage of seeing.
Hi, Aro.
Yes, sir, Praveen.
Oh, are you Praveen?
So,
Sorry. Okay, so in
yeah.
what condition, in what circumstances we create the Canvas app into the Teams, and in what circumstances we create the Canvas app in a normal way? Can you please explain?
So, okay, there are few things. Again, a good, very good question. There are few things which you can and can't. So, when you use again use cases, use case one of the use case for using Dataverse for Teams is that you don't need additional license. You have already covered, but the limitations are there that there are few things like themes and some other things are not available, right? So in terms of the you can use collections and variables and all, but something more complicated things you can't do in Dataverse for Teams. For that you have to use the normal Power Apps license for that. I mean normal license, which means your standard license which you have access to. 365 licenses, like for example Azure, sorry, not Power Apps and Power Automate, you can do it. That is the thing, you can use it there. Yeah. So Akshay said something. Yes, correct. Okay.
Okay, don't you think if we create something in Teams, then
Mm-hmm.
we can get the frequent feedback from the other team members? So when you create something in Teams, when you create Canvas app in Teams, right, you share
Yeah.
with your other department, HR, finance, marketing,
Mm-hmm.
right? What the Canvas app related to particular department, just say for marketing.
Yeah.
You share that Canvas app, creating in Teams, share with marketing teams because they also use Teams.
Yeah.
So you can get frequent feedback. So in order to speed up your work, what particular the logic when we decide I want to create this app into Teams or I want to create Canvas app in a normal way.
It's a long-headed question, so maybe can you put in summary, because there are a lot of things you mentioned to me. Can you mean give me some use case so that I'm able to get the idea?
Now I was
Yes.
thinking that when we create the Canvas app into the Teams, we can.
Yeah.
So when we create the Canvas app for HR or might be for marketing or for sales
Yeah.
or any department. So when you create the Canvas app for marketing, you set that Canvas app to the marketing teams within teams, right? Because they also have teams.
Mm-mm-mm.
So you can get frequent feedback from them, right?
Yes. Yeah. That
So
is
you
that.
can,
That's
so,
yeah. Yeah.
so that will speed up your work. So, when you create something, minimum viable product, right?
Mm.
Then you need to go back to your client. In this case, you are going to your internal client, your
Yes.
own marketing team, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And they say, no, we don't want this feature, we want this feature. In that case, you definitely you understand what you need to build in Canvas
Yes.
app, and you
Correct.
can get frequent feedback, which
Frequent
will speed up
updates.
your work,
Yes.
right?
So
Or is there
yeah.
any other reason why
No.
people choose Teams?
Okay, there are two big reasons I will say. One thing is that a lot of SMBs, small business, they don't have enough finance to go for CDS, right? That is a main differences of the licenses part. Is very costly for them, and that's why Microsoft mostly target towards the CDS people who are all people can use it in the Teams app, right? That is a main primary reason they make the CDS, no, I mean the Dataverse for Teams free for all the things. That is a main reason. But again, what I shared with you that. If you feel that your apps again if, standard connectors doesn't work and all, then you have to go for the premium connectors. Then it will make like easy for your developers and also for your end users. That is the thing I want to call out. Main thing for data for team is mostly for creating simple applications which can be used by end users, which I said in my outset. For simple applications, you can create an chatbot, you can create a Power Virtual Agents and Power Apps in a simple applications. That's why they make it. But if you think slightly more complicated scenarios, you have some kind of a PR form which go to multiple stages and all, and then it may be very difficult to manage it. Yes, guys,
So
yeah.
so to
Sorry.
create the Canvas app in Teams is mainly target market is the small and medium enterprise, those who are
Kind
not
of.
willing to.
Yeah, not been. That's you see that I mentioned about the slide deck also. It's a 2 GB. Which customer have 2 GB data site? Very basic,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So that is the main target, is to capture people who have something which is easy, and they don't have to pay extra. That is the thing there. And you see, Power Virtual Agents and CDS Dataverse are paid products, right? That is a beauty of Dataverse for Teams there. I mean, SMBs, mostly targeting SMBs there.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Guys, I have to leave. Have 3 minutes time. I'll go another session in Singapore. Hope you enjoy my session and enjoy the last other sessions. Okay, take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.